Well, welcome back, 8:45. Ann Romney was thrust into the national spotlight when her husband, former Massachusetts Governor Mitt Romney, became the Republican nominee for president in 2012. But if you ask her, it's not politics that defines her. It's her work as the mother of 5, grandmother of 24, 48 years of marriage, a passion for horseback riding, and her nearly 20-year battle with multiple sclerosis. She writes about all of that and more in her book, In This Together. It is now out in paperback. Mrs. Romney, good morning. It's good to see you.
Hi, Savannah.
Well, first of all, you know, the book is so much about your struggle with MS. You look absolutely fabulous. How do you feel?
I feel great. I'm loving life. Everything's good. And I'm at this point in my life where it's time to give back and really help others that are struggling with neurologic disease. So we have this great center in Boston studying multiple sclerosis, Alzheimer's, ALS, Parkinson's, brain tumors. And the good news is we're making progress on all of those fronts.
The book talks a lot about your diagnosis at the age of 49. You were very candid about dealing with that, how you got through it. What's the reaction that you got originally to the book? I mean, what have people really said to you about it?
I still get people that just break down when they see me. And they just want a hug. They're so grateful that they know that someone has gone through what they're going through and understands where they're coming from. And so for me, to write the book, it's about hope and giving those people that need that extra encouragement and say, we're working on things, we're doing things, we're making progress. I know what your struggle is. I know how difficult it is. And, I just want to give people hope now.
You give a kind of a checklist at the end of the book, and hope is definitely on the list. Faith is on the list. What did you value most in terms of real practical tools to help deal with whether it's an MS diagnosis or really any challenge?
Well, it takes your rug gets ripped out from underneath you and you say, who am I? What am I? How am I going to live my life? What's important in life? And what you recognize, you have to strip away so many different things. But the people you love, those around you, that's what matters in life. Having a purpose in life, doing something that you love, finding joy. And, joy does not have to cost a lot. And you have to go back to simplicity and finding where the joy piece of life really is.
Well, I have to ask you a little bit about politics, of course. Your husband was a front runner and a finalist to be Secretary of State in the Trump administration. What did you think of that process and the end result? Ultimately, obviously, the job went to somebody else.
Right. Well, I thrilled about the whole thing, really. I thought Mitt would have been terrific, and we were very seriously considering it. I think he was very seriously being considered. And so for Mitt to have been able to shape foreign affairs, I think would have been a very significant role for him. And I know he would have accepted it if he had been asked.
It's interesting because tongues wag in Washington.
Right.
You know that very much. Some people thought, is Donald Trump kind of stringing along Governor Romney and having this very public process where he's considered for the role, but knows all along he's not going to offer the job?
No, I think it was very serious. Mm-hmm. I don't ever for a moment think that was the case.
You've been married 48 years. So if the first anniversary is paper and the second one is
cotton. I don't know.
Yeah, what's 48? What did you guys do to celebrate?
Well, with a lot of grandchildren, actually. And you know what we did? We roasted marshmallows.
Oh, s'mores or just?
S'mores.
Yes.
So we did s'mores with all of our grandkids. So, that's, again, it's the joy. It's like, it's so much joy with having that family. I always tell people now, really skip parenting, Savannah, and go straight to grandparenting. It's way easier.
It seems pretty good. Your son, Josh, some people talk about as a potential candidate for governor of Utah. Do you think so? And are you on board?
I definitely see it in the lights for Josh.
You do?
I do.
And everything that you've experienced in politics, you say, go for it?
Yes, go for it. It's worth making a difference. It's worth trying to get involved. Let your voice be heard. Get in there. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Do you think your husband will get back in the arena in any way, shape, or form?
We're enjoying life the way it is right now.
Grandparenting is good?
It's good.
Life after public life, also good, right?
Very good.
Mrs. Romney, thank you so much. Once again, the book is called In This Together, and it's out in paperback tomorrow. And we should note all proceeds going to the Ann Romney Center for Neurologic Diseases, which she just mentioned.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.